Hello, everybody. I'm Steven,
Hello everybody, I'm Rizwan.
and we're Cardboard Coalition. Today, we figured we'd bring you a review of Century Golem, and more specifically, Century Golem and Golem Edition: An Endless World. So, Resvon and I have played through this a handful of times now. Resvon keeps winning. I can't seem to lock down a win in the game. But we figured we would give you guys just a kind of review of the game. So this game is by Plan B Games. It plays 1 to 4 players. I can't remember the time. Look at the top, 30 to 45 minutes, right? And now I gotta look at the top again. It's 8 plus. So it's designed for kids 8 years old plus, right? And how this game goes is you're basically trying to collect up sets of cards to start the end game. Once one player has 8 cards, then the end game starts. How you get those cards are by buying them with crystals, right? We have all these different crystals. And then on the board, you can convert crystals and you can get crystals and all that kind of stuff. And you also have special bonus tiles that you can get throughout certain actions, like exploring an area, or buying them, or just getting them when you go to certain spots where you buy cards. But that's a very high overview of the game. So let's go ahead and talk about some things we like about the game. What do you like about the game, Reswan?
Um, the first I want to talk about artboard.
The art? Okay.
Yes, I like that art, but I prefer it have a lot of colors.
Okay.
Little bit is dumb. Because it has so beautiful meeples, so beautiful diamonds. I prefer it have so shiny colors like this. I don't know. It's my yeah.
So you like the art, but you wish it was better? You'd like it to be more colorful?
It's going yes, colorful than this. Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit dark.
Yeah, I see where it's a little bit dark. I like the art. I think that it's pretty colorful. You have the gems that kind of glisten when the light hits them and stuff. Ooh. Um, but the golems are all darker colors, so they're kind of rock creatures anyway. So they're darker colors. But yeah, I like the art on this game. One of the reasons I picked up Century Golem Edition instead of Century Spice Road was because I liked the art of the golems and the little crystals you're walking around with and things like that. So, were you gonna say something?
Me too. I like it. Really, I like the art, but I want it a little bit full color too. Look.
You want some more color? Fair enough. All right. What else do you like about the game?
um, if I want to say what I like about this game, I like about strategies in this game. This game have a lot of good strategy for help you to going to win, and I really like it. You, for example, when four people play together, they don't must to think just about one strategy or two strategy. It have a lot of things for to do and help you for when. I like a strategy in this game.
Yeah, with Century, I'm pretty sure the regular Century works this way too. But with Century, there is a bunch of strategies. So I'm sure the regular one works kind of similar to the Golem edition. The regular one has different versions, just like Golem. This is one of the versions of it. But with an endless world, there's these different strategies you can go by. You can try to get cards really quick to end the game and just get the highest cards you can get, the highest point cards you can get. You can try to get the best tiles you can get that do combinations, right? So if you have certain combinations of cards, you get an extra 3 points at the end. Um, when it gets close to the end, you can try to get as many crystals that aren't yellow that you can get, because you can get your up to 10 points right there, which could help you win the game, right? And there's also thinking about when you want to rest. There's a rest mechanic, which means you clean all your meeples up, and when you want to put meeples down, or you can overpay to move into a slot. When you want to do that overpay, there's strategy involved in thinking about what kind of combinations you want to grab based on your cards, or even before you get the cards, based on what cards you think you're going to get, or even some of the tiles for exploration have these little symbols to make the combinations. So you have like the combinations here, and if you can see, there's a little cog, and then on this exploration tile, there's a little cog. So then you can look at that. So there's lots of different ways to try to work your way up to a victory in this game. So, okay. What else do you like?
If I want to talk about the rules in this game, it have good rules. When I played at the first time, a little bit, it's not, I didn't understand all of them. Uh, Not understand. It wasn't easy for me. But after one, two, three times, it's going to so easy for me, and I really like it. It don't have a so hard rules, and it's not easy and not hard. It's
Okay.
between. Now it's good rules. Yeah.
Yeah. The rules aren't extremely difficult, and I think if I'm not mistaken, what Resvon's trying to say is she didn't fully understand some of the things that she could do to try to get more points and stuff. Um, and part of that may be language barrier, part of it may be me being a bad teacher of the rules. But once we got through a game or two, and this happens with any game, once you play more times, it tends to get a little easier. But I think in some ways, Resvon realized there's things she can do. Like the last game we played, I did something and a light bulb kind of clicked in her head, and she realized that she can also do that move in that way. She just didn't realize she can do it. So yeah, and early on, the reason we didn't do a playthrough, because we didn't do a playthrough of this, is because I literally had to take my phone while we were playing and move it around so she can see everything, because the quality of the video, because we're so far apart or what have you, she couldn't see some of the smaller numbers, which we joke about a lot, because she wants me to, once she actually gets here to America, she wants me to go sit in another room and have to play this over the phone, which is funny because I keep telling her with this and with Marvel Splendor that she'll be able to see more and make decisions. Because part of this game is making those decisions, right? Building your strategy, and it's hard to do when you just get the limited view of what the phone shows you, because we've tried putting the camera up at certain angles to get better views, and it just doesn't work. So the best is me moving it around, having to move it down when she wants to look at things. So it's harder for her to build her strategy. And then the same token, while I'm trying to move things around, in that time I'm not really looking at my strategy and trying to figure out how I really want to attack it. But okay, so the rules are fairly easy, and of course you're going to get better at the rules. Is there anything else that you liked about the game that you want to add, Resvon?
Maybe you say, maybe I don't teach that well. No, you teach me so well. You know, usually in a game you tell me everything and you teach me so good about rules.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want to be honest, a little bit is about language. Because
Mm-hmm.
in a games have some new words and I don't know them.
Magenta.
that color. Magenta, yeah. For this, I have little words for learn. There's some, I say, okay, I don't need to do it. We will play in the game. I will understand.
Yeah, and I mean, magenta is I would argue a pink or a purple is a magenta. It's just I would argue it's between pink and purple. But in the rules for the game, they talk about magenta crystals, and I try to keep with the terminology of a game so I can better understand the game. So yeah, so Resvan's picking up magenta. Oh, she had that magenta stone. Um, Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about that you like about the game?
I like this game, but I don't remember talk about what. I don't have
Okay.
any idea.
Okay. Well, maybe it'll be helpful to go over the things I kind of talk about in case you're watching this video and you're wondering if you should pick up Century Golem Edition and Endless World. We have, oh, it's behind me here. We have Eastern Mountains. We haven't played yet. We'll have to get out and play. And there's the first version, which is just Century Golem Edition, which I'd like to pick up if I can find it at a good price. But I believe these games, based off this game, you might be watching and you think that, hey, maybe I want to pick up that game. So, theme wise, I think the theme's fun. You're a golem. You're going around and you're trading stones and stuff like that. It's a light theme. It's a very light theme for sure. But you're a golem moving around. That's kind of fun. The little stones are really fun. So the theme I kind of like. Right, you're just trying to collect up stones because you're selling stones as a golem or trading them or what have you. Who would play it? I think both of my groups. I mean, it just kind of changes, right? With any group, there's different groups. But there's some people that I've been playing more with now that tend to be more the hardcore gamers, and then I have the more casual gamers. I believe both groups would play it and enjoy it. So I that side is covered, themes covered, that side's covered, playability, being able to replay the game. Definitely, you have these. Four tiles that switch. You switch out. You have a stack of cards. You never get through all the cards. You have different tiles to lay down, things like that. That changes. So you get some replayability too. Price. I know that I got this under what MSRP is because I tend to, once a game's out, I tend to try to find it at that lower MSRP. But even at MSRP, I think it's either $35.99 or $39.99. So 30, we'll say 35 or $40 game, or 36 or $40 game, 34.99, whatever, 35 $40 game. I think it's worth it if you're interested in those things, right? And would I ask to play this game again? I would ask to play this game again. I like playing um, Century Golem Edition. I have to keep looking because I just want to call it Century or Golem. Century Golem Edition and Endless World. I would ask to play it again. I definitely would play it again if someone else asked. Would you ask to play the game again, Resvan?
Yes, it's
No.
one of that games I'm enjoy of play with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it makes sense. If you would ask to play it again, you would obviously play it again if someone offered to play it. Is there any negatives that you saw about the game?
Oh no,
No.
no negative. No, I don't have any negative.
Well, you,
It's so funny. I really like it.
mhm.
It's so funny game, good rules, so energetic, and good strategies. No, I don't have any negative point.
Okay. Well, you would like to see more color, right?
Yes, I prefer it to have more color
Yeah.
because like that I feel it's dark.
Yeah.
Little bit. I prefer it to have more than this color. For example, in a board game,
Mm-hmm.
in the board game,
Yeah.
I prefer that what I can tell it's a bad point or negative point. No, they decided to make it like this. I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Um, I think one of the things I would have liked to have seen more in the game is I would have liked to have seen more of these like panels that you play on. So you have three that you play with. You have A, B, and C. You always play with those, and then you have three other that you kind of shuffle through and you put down. So you have A, B, C, D, E, F. Right. I would like to see more of these. Would have been nice, and I would like to have seen more tiles to shuffle through because you place 15 tiles and there's 17 comes with 17. Well, that's if you're only playing two people. So I guess I'll take the tiles back because if you play with more people, I think there's like 5 or 6 more tiles that we're not using. And I can't remember if it's more players. There's certain tiles that you take out if you're playing two player. So definitely would like to see more of the boards to shuffle up. But these are small things. I still enjoy the game. We paid, I think, 20 something dollars for. One of the two we paid 22. One we paid like 24, $25 for. But definitely, I'm okay with spending that money. No buyer's remorse there. And
So
oh, yep, you're there. You cut for a second. You're back. Didn't even notice that. You guys might have, but of course, we're calling Reswan all the way over in Tehran. And as we said before, if you see her yawn sometimes in the video or me yawn, which I try not to do, but I think I have in a couple videos, it's because it depends on the time we're filming. Sometimes it's nighttime for me, sometimes it's nighttime for Resvan. When it's morning for one of us, it's always nighttime for the other person. So, but yeah, back to it. We went on a tangent, but overall, I think it's a really good game, and it's worth picking up. I honestly think it's worth picking up. And like I said, we haven't played the other editions, but definitely the Century Golem edition, and Endless World. And the funny thing is, I keep losing at this game. Resvon keeps winning. I don't have a win yet, but recently, Resvon and I had played Splendor a few times too, so Resvon can get a feel of another set collection game. And I keep winning at Splendor, Marvel Splendor to be specific. I know I don't have the originals, I keep getting the new fancy versions. But Marvel Splendor, and Resvon said she likes Marvel Splendor more, but she keeps winning at Century Golem Edition and Endless World, but she likes Marvel Splendor more. So it's really funny. I won Marvel Splendor with Resvon more, and I like Golem or Century Golem, and I gotta keep looking at Century Golem Edition and Endless World. Right? I tend to like this one more. It's not that I don't like Splendor, but I tend to like this one more. And Resvon tends to like Marvel Splendor more, though she keeps losing. And I don't know if maybe part of that drive is trying to find the right strategy to win the game. Because as you guys saw when we did the playthrough of Marvel Splendor, which I have right here in the background, the rest one can't see, I played with Morgan and Damon, and we played probably a handful of games, 4 at least, maybe 5, maybe an actual handful of games, and Morgan kept winning, right? And Damon wanted to keep playing over and over again. I wanted to move on to other games because we filmed, but we were kind of having a game night. And but there was that drive. I think I at one point was like, Morgan's just going to keep winning. I'm okay playing another game. But maybe it's that drive to try to win that has you dig in more. But I really like the game. Resvon really likes the game too. It's not that she doesn't like this game. She likes the other one a little bit more, but she enjoys this game. And like she said, she would ask to play it again. I would ask to play it again, which means we definitely play it again if someone offered it, right? And that would be the other thing because how and a little bit of tangent, but how I kind of we thought we'd do these reviews instead of giving it a number. I think it's more helpful to you guys as a viewer to say what we like, what we didn't like, if we would play it again, and if we would ask to play it again. And my argument would be obviously if we would ask to play it again, we would obviously play the game again if someone asked us to play it. So like if Rezwan said I want to play Century Golem Edition and Endless World, I'd be like, okay, let's play it. But I would also ask her if she wants to play. Like, hey, do you want to play this one? A lot of times when we pick games, I try to let her pick the games to play because I get to go to game nights. I have a whole bunch of games here. I have friends who have games. I get to play lots of different games. So, and I get to choose a lot of times depending on the group what games I bring to play. So I get to choose a lot. But back to the review, we both like the game. We both would ask to play it again, which is great because we bought it. And for negatives, all the things that not even negatives, all the things that maybe would be a pull away or a reason not to get it are small, right? Rezwan would like a little more art. I would like some more of these games, but overall, it's a good game and we enjoy playing it. Is there anything else you want to say about the game, Rezvan?
No, I like it, and I hope they can buy that and they can play with that and they enjoy of that.
All right. So that was our review of Golem Century Edition. I got to keep looking at it. An Endless World. It's a 2 to 4 player set collection game that takes somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes. I'm Steven.
I'm this one.
And we're Cardboard Coalition. Help us grow the coalition by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and joining in on the coalition for friends and family that are watching that want to be part of these videos and stuff. That also helps. Or if you're just in our general area, or you want to drop us a message and see if you can jump in on playing games and stuff like that, we would love that, right? Because we kind of want to grow our coalition. But beyond that, have a good day. Bye.